pod on the Apex British Grand Prix predictions from your hosts Pratyush and Aniket.
Yep.
Aniket, are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's get started with the predictions. And before we get started, if you missed free practice 1 and 2, you should go right now and look who topped free practice 1. It is Sir Lewis Hamilton.
That got me out of my seat, man. Stop the weekend already there.
Stop the weekend. Give him
Get
the
rid of
podium.
all the practice sessions. Get rid of quali. We stop the weekend there. Lewis
Yeah, give
Hamilton.
him all the trophies, man.
Give it to him.
Yep.
But it does look like Ferrari have some sort of a good car for this track. They do look good around this track based on the FP1 and FP2 showings as well.
Right. Looks
And
like the
although
upgrade from last week is working, right?
Yeah, McLaren are still the favorites for this track, but Ferrari are not very far behind, and I would at least put them for a good shot at podium this weekend.
Right.
It's either one car or both the cars.
Of course. Yeah. And FP2 as well. Charles was P2, Lewis was P3, and we saw Lewis was just 2 tenths behind. Who was P1 and FP2?
Lando was P1, Lewis was P3, and Charles, as you said, Charles was a couple of tenths behind, and Lewis
Yeah,
another
and
10
Lewis was
tenths
less
behind.
than a tenth. It's,
Yeah.
800s behind, less than 800s behind.
And I
Charles.
believe that he had mentioned that there was traffic on his lap, so he couldn't actually get a good banker lap in. So still some time to be found there. So definitely the McLaren and Ferraris do look like they are in their own league at this point.
But also Aniket, the weekend is predicted to be cooler, so don't count on Mercedes and George Russell especially.
Yeah, I agree. The outgoing Mercedes driver, or I don't know if the outgoing.
Yes, we will talk about that later today. But yes, the potentially outgoing.
A lot of orange on that car suddenly. I don't know why.
Yeah, man.
A lot of orange stars and a lot of the safety cars orange this weekend.
Right.
Don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. Anyways, Aniket, as we come to predictions, first up, qualifying. Who's your pole position?
Oh man, I'm so tempted to go with my guy.
Of course.
But I won't. I'll go for Lando Norris for pole position.
Lando Norris, interesting. So you're still going with the British driver for pole. Then?
Yeah. There are actually 3 very good British drivers. So,
oh yes.
So yes, any of them could have a good result, but I'm sure McLaren is going to be better than the other 2. So yeah, Lando for pole.
Okay. Fair enough. I think, yeah. I don't know. I'm a bit, in a bind as to. I think, man, I'm a Ferrari fan through and through. I want to pick one of the 2 Ferrari drivers for pole. I think Lando will do very well, and in all likelihood, he's probably getting pole.
Yeah.
But the fact that both Charles and Lewis were so close to him today,
yeah,
and the fact that Charles is one of the best qualifiers on the grid when the car is this close, like if you remember 2023, when the Red Bull won 21 of 22 races, they only had I think 8 or 9 pole positions because Charles kept getting so many poles in that truck of a car. Because they were very close to Red Bull that season, just that the Red Bull was so dominant in races. So, yeah, I honestly don't know which Ferrari driver to pick. I want to say Lewis, but I think I will pick Leclerc for pole. I think Lewis will do very well. He'll probably get a P2 in all likelihood. But I think, Lewis himself has been very open with his struggles in qualifying. He feels that he has lost a yard of pace with age, and Charles, obviously, like I said, is one of the best qualifiers on the grid. So I think Leclerc will go for pole. That's my choice. I think Leclerc for pole.
I think it's a safe bet, right? Because Ferrari have been doing well so far.
Yeah.
So he very well could end up on pole. It again depends on how the McLaren's fare in qualifying. As of now, they still are the team to beat.
Right.
So we'll see if Ferrari do make any step up in FP3 as well as when it comes to qualifying.
Right. All right. So let's go to the race. And before I talk about the race, let me tell our viewers that the weather forecast for Silverstone for this weekend according to AccuWeather, it's Saturday, a brief shower or two with breeze in the afternoon. On Sunday, thick cloud cover with a couple of showers. So, and if, yeah, let's see, Saturday's focus. When the race?
Kind of similar to last year, right? When we had the intermittent rain shower in between,
Right,
which
right.
covered some of the front runners.
Yeah, so yeah, again, it's supposed to be intermittent tomorrow, so it might throw spanner into qualifying. Let's say they all do one lap and the rain starts, your qualifying is
Ah,
gone.
that'll be fun.
But also for Sunday, yeah, intermittent showers during the day, so we could see very, very changing conditions throughout the race. So yeah, I think for the race, if you have such changing conditions, and if the Ferrari is as strong as it looks to be in free practice, I'm going for a Lewis win, man. Let's go. I'm
So
going
you're
for
putting
Sir Lewis
a,
Hamilton
is your
winning.
money on Lewis Hamilton for P1 in the race?
Yes, I'm going for Sir Lewis Hamilton winning his 10th, a record breaking 10th British Grand Prix.
I mean, you're record breaking because he's tied with Michael Schumacher for the most wins the number on a track, right? Is
I
that why he's
think.
record breaking?
I think so. No, I
I
no.
just
I
want to
think he has.
clarify that. I
No,
just
I
want
think
to
he's
confirm
breaking
that.
his own record. I think he has a outright
Yeah,
record.
obviously taking his own record, yeah. But has he got the most number of wins along with Michael Schumacher on track?
I
Because I think
don't.
Schumacher has won like 8 or 9 times in Hungary or something.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. Let's see. I thought Schumacher was 8 at Hungary. I'm just checking.
If it's 8, then Lewis already has
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
record.
Schumacher is 8.
Okay.
Schumacher is 8 at Magny-Cours and Hamilton is 8 at Hungary as well.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Is Schumacher is 8 at France in Magny-Cours.
Okay.
But yeah,
Not Hungary.
Lewis broke it, I think, when he won Silverstone
Last
last
year.
year. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I say record breaking, he's going to break his own record, make it 10. So,
As much as I want to say Lewis as well, I won't. I'm not going to jinx it. If it happens, it'll happen.
okay,
But I won't. I'm not going with Lewis for P1.
okay.
I'll go with I'll go with another home hero in Lando Norris. I think he
Ah,
converts Bolt. He's on that kind of upward trajectory. I feel where
yes, yes.
he's he's got the fan support this weekend.
Right.
He's done well in the practice sessions as well.
Mhm.
So I'm going with Lando P1. Do you want to do P2 P3 as well, or
Yeah,
are we
yeah,
going?
continue. Who's your
Okay,
P2
so I'm
and
going
P3?
Lando P1. I think I'll do Lewis Hamilton P2
Okay.
and Oscar Piastri P3.
Oh, so you're going for a double McLaren podium.
Yeah, I think McLaren definitely will have
Hmm.
2 cars on the podium
Yeah.
because this is me jinxing them so that they don't have 0 car. They have 0 cars on the podium, but the car is too quick for them to not have 2 cars on the podium.
Right, right.
Yeah.
No,
And,
that's
and
a fair
Lewis
shot.
versus Charles is a toss up, and I'm giving it to Lewis because it's his
It's
home race, and
Silverstone, yeah.
he's probably the greatest driver around Silverstone at least. So
Right.
yeah.
No, that's fair, that's fair. For me, I think I'll go. Obviously, I mean, I put my ducks on Lewis, so I'm going to go Lewis P1. I'm going to go with. Oh man, I don't like throwing Charles under the bus here, but I think,
Yeah. Imagine a Ferrari P1 P2.
uh, I think Lando is just too strong, and the McLaren is very good in race conditions. I know Ferrari is good at race pace, but I
See,
think
McLaren will always be good because of the tire offset they keep
yes,
having
yes,
race after race. So it's just that the race just comes to them.
right. And also, if you have changing weather conditions on Sunday, I think Lando is just a better driver in the
Yeah.
wets than Charles at this point. We haven't seen Leclerc that much in the rain. And obviously part of it is due to Ferrari screwing him up at every turn in the rain. They pit him for hards in the rain and they pit him for wets in the dry. I mean, Ferrari does all kinds of bonkers things with Charles, which I hope they don't screw the race tomorrow on
I remember
Sunday.
what 2023.
Yeah. It starts raining. They give him another hard. It starts drying up. They put him on inters. And like, what the hell is going on, guys? What the hell is going on? But and then last year, remember, was it last year, or the year before, or 22? Charles spun on the formation lap, never started the race
Yeah.
in Brazil. Yeah. So,
That was last year.
yeah, last year, right? Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think Lando will pip him for P2 because Lando, as we've seen, except that one time where he refused to change to inters and spun off. I think otherwise he's been very good in the
That was in, I think, what, Russia or something.
Russia. Yeah.
Russia 2021.
Yes.
He should have won the race.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, quick sidebar. Do you remember how that episode was built on Drive to Survive? Did you see Drive to Survive for that year?
I did not. I did not watch that
Okay.
episode.
There was the episode on Russia, and that episode was the Mazepin episode. And they talk about Mazepin knowing the Russian weather because he grew up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
He knows the skies, he knows the track, and all of this. And where did Mazepin finish in the race? Last. Among the drivers who finished. Like, he didn't retire, sure. But the way in the first half of the episode builds up Nikita Mazepin as this, legend of Russia. He knows the track, he knows the weather, he knows Russian rain. And then he finishes last. Sorry, you should be.
Oh
I know you're
man.
talking about Lando, unfortunately spinning off there, but that episode is burned into my mind for the amount of build up they did on
Who
Nikita
does not
Mazepin.
forget Nikita Mazepin?
Yeah, and that episode from Netflix for Dive to Side was so damn funny. But anyways, yeah, Lando is good in the range. I think I'll go Lando P2 and I think round up with Charles at P3. Um,
Mhm.
I would say Oscar and who's that Max are obviously contenders as well for the podium.
Oh yeah, we are not even spoken about Max, so I'm
Yeah,
definitely sure
Max
he's gonna be
obviously
good.
Very strong in the rain. I mean, he's one of along
Yeah,
with
if it's
Lewis.
dry, I don't think Red Bull have a chance because the car does not look that great.
Right.
But in the rain, definitely.
I think along with Lewis, he's probably the best
Yeah.
driver in the rain on the grid. Probably even better than Lewis because he's in his prime now. But what I want to say is, like you said, the Red Bull car is, I mean, at least for the past few days, it's been absolute
Yeah.
garbage in dry weather.
Hmm.
And if it is changing conditions, yeah, I mean, if you're slow in the dry weather, doesn't matter how fast you're under the rain, right? It's not going like Brazil when just raining throughout the race. So yeah, and I think Oscar hasn't shown enough. Again, similar to Charles, he hasn't shown enough in the wet conditions for us to assess. Maybe prove all of us wrong and win Silverstone under changing weather conditions. But I mean, the only data point we have, I think, is Australia this year, where he spun off, right?
He did.
I know he's
Kind
still.
of got unlucky there.
Yeah, he was unlucky, of course, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's just we don't have a lot of data on Oscar Piastri in the rain. Also, I think he was pretty slow in FP2 today. He was almost.
He was fourth. I am not sure what happened, but yeah, he
Yeah, he was more
was.
than 4 times behind Lando.
Yes.
So I don't know. Is the
I'm sure
pressure
there was a
of being
mistake or
the
two.
championship leader getting to him now? Is it finally getting to Mr. Cool and calm Oscar
We'll
Piastri?
see if this race doesn't go too well for Oscar, maybe he does need the break.
Yeah, and Max obviously has been. I mean, FP2 again. He had a horrendous FP2 for his standards, half a
Yeah.
second behind Lando. I think that's another reason why I'm not calling him because
I think the Red Bull is just lacking downforce
it's
in the
lacking
first couple
everything,
of
man. It's
sectors.
lacking like
I mean, I was closely following that lap. Basically, he could not do. I mean, the first two sectors is where he
yeah.
lost most of his time. So yeah.
I
So your
think
P3 is
Charles.
Lando? Charles, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
Charles. I
So
think
yours is
Lando
a
will
Ferrari
P2.
podium.
Yes.
Ferrari double podium. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
think that
fun.
Red Bull, man, Aniket, what do you think about the Red Bull, man? It feels like it has gone downhill in the last couple of races, right?
I mean, they did get updates for this race, so I'm not sure have they completely maximized it. But I
Right.
wouldn't rule them out yet because they are the masters
Of
of
course.
the
No.
what do you say the simulator game kind of. They go back, improve, and Saturday they look completely different.
Right.
So
No.
I
That's
wouldn't rule them out. We'll see how FP3 goes. I'm sure they're going to do something with the car. They're going to
right.
tweak some of the thing, the upgrades which they've got. So we'll see how that works out.
No, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I mean, you never know what Red Bull pull out of that hat on Saturday.
Yeah.
They're a bit like George Russell that way. Uh, but I think my point was that I think the last race, right, where in Spielberg, I think it showed how much Max Verstappen is outdriving that car, right? They were last. The other Red Bull car was last. And out of 162 points this season, Max has scored 155 for them. So I think
Yeah.
Max is really outdriving that car, and I don't know how long he can keep doing that. So yeah, and we'll get to Red Bull more in a bit. Let's wrap up predictions.
Yep.
So Aniket, who's your rookie of the race? I know the beginning of the season we just used to go with Kimi Antonelli every
Yeah.
race, but I think it's been a little more interesting the past few weeks.
I mean, Isaac Haja has been doing well. Kimi
Yeah,
Antonelli been doing well. Lawson has been doing well. Recent. I mean, it is the last race he was doing well.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I
You
think the
gotta pick
Racing
one,
Bulls are
Aniket. You gotta
looking.
pick one.
The Racing Bulls are looking good. So maybe Isaac Haja again this race.
Okay. With
Yeah.
that sick new livery they got.
Oh yeah, that's decent delivery.
Yeah. I am going to pick. Hmm. I want to say Isaac Hadger too. I think he's been doing very well. I think he'll have a point to prove after, you know, him after Lawson got the better of him in Austria. But also, I just want to put like an honorable mention as well for Rookie of the Days. I want to say Gabriel Bortoletto. Man, he's really
Oh
out
yeah,
driving that Sauber, man. That
Sauber's looking good.
shitbox. He's driving the car very well. Like beating Nico Hulkenberg, who's like a veteran, right? I think one of the two or three fathers on the grid, like Nico Hulkenberg is like his kids are pretty old. It's not like his kid like a baby or something. So I mean, Hulkenberg is a very very experienced customer, and he's like freaking giving Hulk a run for its money. The Great Hulk.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think Botlet is a good shout as well because the Sauber is
Yeah.
looking good.
Right.
I mean, they had a double point finish last race,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. So you're going with him, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of I don't know, man. I don't know who to pick. I would just say Hadger and Bottletto for me.
Also both.
Yeah, kind of like yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I want to pick Kimi. I think we'll see how Kimi does. He's had a bad few weeks, so I think he's going through a bit of a rough patch. So we'll see how he especially if it rains. I don't know. Kimi didn't look very good the last time it rained, so remains to be
And he's
seen.
coming off a mistake from the last race, and he
Yeah,
got replaced with penalty, so a lot of pressure on him this weekend.
it's probably a bit traumatized to the poor kid.
Yeah.
But Aniket, what's your hot take for the race?
Hot take is Ferrari 1-2.
Oh my goodness. Ah,
You're gonna fall to your knees.
that's a bit too hot, man.
I had to do it, right? They're looking good this weekend. What what
Yeah,
what else can I
yeah.
say?
Oh my
If
goodness.
this is the race, if this is the only race they have
Yeah,
to get a good result, so be it.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh my god. You have left me speechless. So speechless. I've forgotten what my hot take was. Oh my god. You gave me so much hope, young man. Okay, my hot take for the race. And I think the way at least we do hot takes is that it doesn't need to kind of line up with our other predictions, right? Like,
Hmm.
I think my hot take is that Max Verstappen is winning the British Grand Prix.
Wow. Okay. From all the way down there,
Yes, I
behind the
think.
McLaren, behind the Ferraris, probably behind the Mercedes as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but okay. To be fair, he was P5 and FP2. He was ahead of Kimi and George both. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna come when it's in qualifying, but
yeah, I don't know,
I mean,
man.
you
I
never say never,
feel
right? He always has a chance. When he's in the race, there's always a chance.
yeah. I think Max. He's probably extremely pissed off, right? Uh, for all the chatter that's been going on. Max is a guy. He doesn't like media speculation. He just wants to sit and drive a car, right? And we shortly show that photo of being swarmed by
Yeah,
reporters
yeah.
when we talk about Max. But yeah, I think man, I think Max was stepping. He has a point to prove, and you know how Max is when he has a point to prove.
It's a good
Who?
shout,
Yeah,
obviously.
who's your flop of the race?
My flop of the race.
Or let's say the bust, as we've been calling it. Who's your bust?
Kimi.
Wow. Okay.
Second race in a row. Yeah.
All right. Kimi
I think the
Antonelli.
track will be a little too much for him this time
Hmm.
around.
Okay.
So all the what do you say? All the pressure on George to do well
Right.
because his seat is in kind of danger. Of the reports coming out. So
Yeah.
but I still feel. I mean, I would think that Kimi, with this penalty he has, with what happened in the last race, he'll be a little more cautious, and that'll probably not help him in qualifying.
Yeah, that won't help you at
And
Silverstone, being cautious.
and yeah, that's what won't happen in the race as well. So that's why I feel Kimi might finish like around P12 or P13 this race.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's. I would go. This is like such an easy layup. It's probably cheating for me to say this, but I'm going to go with Alpine.
Oh yeah, they're looking not
They
they're not
look
looking good at all.
terrible, man. They look terrible. Remember Pierre Gasly in
They
the
might
last
be the
race?
worst of the bunch this weekend.
Yeah. Remember Pierre Gasly from the last race? Poor guy. Didn't have nothing work for him.
Oh yeah, they're not looking good at all.
Yeah.
I was seeing one of the onboard laps, and uh,
Y- Yeah.
and it doesn't look good for them.
Right. Yeah. So I think yeah, those are our predictions for the, for the British Grand Prix 2025.